Hey everybody, what's up? This is Crypto Cody. In today's video, Bitcoin Brian and I have a conversation about the different wars that have broken out from Russia to Ukraine to the Israel war that just recently started up and how it's affecting the crypto world and the finance world. Meantime, if you guys could please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification, that would mean the world to us. Let's hop into the video. As far as all the war that's going on, because we obviously got Russia and Ukraine. You know, we have there's just crazy, like unprecedented breakout of war in Israel that's happening right now. That's just unbelievable and just awful, absolutely awful.
To me, it's a scary time because of the U.S. dollar and what's happening with that, and with the possibility of them printing more money, more currency. That's just going to devalue the dollar even more. But on the crypto side of the house, I think that's going to just, I think we're going to see an influx of people going into crypto.
Every government wants to have the strongest currency, and it's, you know, I think crypto is a very difficult thing to have control of unless you have control of all of it. You know, like if China has the majority of the Bitcoin, then I guess you could say in theory there's a little control there. But you know, I just think that there's going to be, like, right now there's banks that are shut down in Ukraine. Like, there is no banks that can, at least maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that people can access pulling money out of their bank accounts easy at all in Ukraine. I think that, you know, Russia's already made it clear that they've shut down banks due to a lot of things that are going on with them. There's, you know, I'm sure that Israel is going to start making it difficult for people to withdraw money in certain parts, depending on what's going on. And it's just like, you know, with exchanges, they don't necessarily just shut down when war breaks out, you know, or if you actually have, you know, your cold storage wallets. I think that there is something to be said for having digital assets versus centralized banks when it comes down to times like these where we're getting into actual wars, which I don't know, it's scary times, man. I mean, this is like the most war we've had consecutively and, you know, all at the same time since, geez, for a while now, right? I mean, we've had some wars, but like this is starting to become a real problem.
It's almost like there's like trying to be a shift of global power per se, you know, where it's been the US and NATO, and it seems like China, you know, the Eastern Bloc, you know, for lack of a better term, communist countries. It seems like they're trying to change the tide. Seem like they want to try to take control more so than like the US and NATO. And China scares me in a sense because of all the manufacturing they do, the cheap labor they have. I mean, everything that we have over here in the US, I mean, majority of it's made in China.
Right.
You know, or it's assembled in China.
Right.
Or it has some ties to China.
But I think you have something. I think what you're saying is actually right. Like, I mean, there's like, I feel like one war is inspiring another, which is inspiring another, which is inspiring another. The next thing you know, we're in World War III. I mean, maybe that's how this all goes down. Is just chaos, complete and utter chaos. I mean, it's a theory, you know, like but it's happening. That's what's scary, is that it's actually happening right now, dude. There are hundreds and hundreds of people. We're getting into the thousands here that are dead in Israel.
Oh, it's over 1,000 now.
Yeah, that are dead. There's uncounted amounts of people that have been kidnapped, you know, killed, raped. I mean, it's like awful, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of, it's just like, I'm feeling kind of like how I was feeling when 9/11 happened, but just in another country. It's obviously not as personal, but it is personal because it's personal, dude. This is Israel. That's really personal. Like, they've been our allies for years.
It is. So,
I don't know. I'm not trying to shift the whole conversation.
I think
the financial markets,
this
like,
could
big
make
time.
Crypto even more important moving into the future. I mean, as we know, we're a global economy now. So now, if the currencies, say the U.S. currency kind of collapses and other countries' currencies collapse, and what is there going to be left? You know, it's going to be cryptocurrencies. Or if you're doing global economy, global trading, if it's just peer-to-peer, like I'm going to see you, well, then maybe it might not be crypto. Maybe it'll go back to precious metals if you went backwards with technology. But I think cryptocurrency is going to be the way to go, the road that we're going down.
Yeah, as far as
technology's evolving. I mean,
well, yeah, because I
paper
mean,
money's going away.
well, people say they're like, oh, commodities. You know, commodities are the, you know, when you break out in a war, that's the most valuable thing now is commodities. And it's like, yeah, but how are you going to carry physically, tangibly carry these commodities? You have to have something that still represents, you know, the value of those commodities. Like say, and you know, I think that you know, that's going to be done.
Ukraine with the grain, that's an actual commodity,
right?
Where Russia was like, I think they were attacking their cargo ships at one point, or stopping them from delivering their grain. Yeah, and that's a global food source. It's not just Ukraine that's, you know, waiting for that grain. It's going all over the world. It's going to Africa. It's going to these countries that need the food, or people are going to starve. And you have Russia that was blocking it because they didn't want Ukraine to get the money so they can keep funding their war.
Right.
Actually, that's the only way I could see why else would Russia stop them from exporting their grain?
Yeah.
So, and in the beginning of the Ukraine war, you know, people were donating cryptocurrency then.
Oh yeah, dude, campaigning now has been actually here. Actually, I want to show you something really quick. I know you're about to go into Ethereum, but let me just, that's fine. Since we're talking about it. So this is really, really interesting. So, well, first of all, I mean, people have been accepting. I know that they've been accepting cryptocurrency for the Ukrainian war. I know that that's been happening. I also know that like a lot of our candidates that are running for presidency right now are accepting crypto for their campaign runs and whatnot. But this is really interesting. Is why is the role of crypto huge? Hold on, I got this in the way. Huge in the Ukraine war. So crypto donations worth hundreds of millions of dollars have supported Ukrainian war efforts. Hundreds of millions of dollars have supported the Ukrainian efforts. This is huge. This is a massive use case for cryptocurrency. This is proof that cryptocurrency in and of itself is not a scam, because this right here is what we need to be able to do things quickly. Like, you know,
instantaneous. We can't wait days for this transfer to happen.
So the decentralized nature of crypto allows digital currencies to be traded quickly, making them a useful tool for getting money to conflict zones. So I actually would argue that due to the truth of this use case and how it's actually happening, it's already been proven that it's happening with Ukraine. It's already, you know, it's probably going to start happening with Israel. It's going to happen as more wars break out. And this is going to be a massive run up for crypto. I mean, it sounds morbid to be talking about cryptocurrency in such a manner. Like, I don't mean for it to sound so morbid, but this right here in and of itself is an absolute perfect use case as to why we would need to do it. I just found this really fascinating, this article, and I think it's going to just continue to push the concept of mass adoption with cryptocurrency just because of war in general. I don't want war, but you know,
it doesn't need to have any infrastructure in place. You don't need a bank. All right, I got to go to the bank. Western Union, my money to this bank.
I got to buy an AK-47. I need to go.
Right. I got to go. Oh, I can't go there. That one just got bombed. Where am I going to go now?
Dude, and this is happening. This is happening right now.
But Elon
Banks
Musk,
are literally collapsing.
I mean, granted, you do need the internet to transfer your cryptocurrency. So Elon Musk was a great help with that, with the Starlink system or whatever he
so
launched.
Can the Starlink system? Well, can the Starlink system avoid EMP bombs? Do you know if that's possible?
Well,
like those electromagnetic pulse bombs that shut down massive amounts of power.
I would think that the EMP would have to be up in space near the satellites.
So that's how that would have to work. So, So given the potential benefits and risks associated with crypto, public-private organizations across sectors are considering new regulations. Anyways, so those are the highlights of this article. I just thought that was really fascinating. And it's just, we'll see what happens.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.